Morning, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Hour streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a nice Tuesday morning. Monday, awfully nice start to the work week for us. Again, if you like the milder conditions, plenty of sunshine out there. Today will be a little bit different. More clouds, slightly cooler, but still looking at generally above average temperatures across the area, though. But again, really the big weather story that we're still watching is the lack of snow. Again, today is day number 334 now since we've seen measurable snow here in the capital city. Again, I got to go back to January 18th of this year, and again, this is the longest stretch between our last snow of the last season and the first snow of the next season that we've ever had. And again, we're going to continue to add to this. No snow expected today or really for much of the next week unless something dramatically changes. So we're going to continue to extend this streak, and we're now creeping into that basically top 10 territory for our latest first measurable snowfall on record. Again, these records go back to 1897. And again, the latest first snow that we've ever had was actually on New Year's Eve, and that was back in 2006. And again, we really just jumped in with 2 feet, 7.5 inches for our first measurable snow. But again, right now, today, December 17th, again, if it snowed today, which it's not going to, that would be tied for the 11th latest first snowfall on record. And you can see, again, the next couple days are going to be on that list, and likely we're going to be at least another week. So we're talking maybe 23rd, 24th, and then you're talking you're in the top 4. And again, the forecast right now, like I said, unless something dramatically changes, that's just not going to be in the cards for us. So again, I think we could threaten that number 1 spot based on the way the forecast looks right now, both in the short term and over the long term as well. So this is going to be something we continue to revisit over the next several days and over the next week or two as we continue to wait for that first measurable snow. 55 and 25 yesterday in Lincoln. Those numbers, especially the high temperature, well above average for this time of year. And again, no moisture yesterday. Again, about 7/10 of an inch short in terms of our liquid precipitation for the year, and about 5 inches short for our snowfall for the year as well. So again, well below normal for our snow. We average over 5 inches of snow in the month of December. And again, through the first half of the month, we just haven't seen anything. So you look at your weather headlines for today. Again, more clouds, and it will be a bit cooler, but overall still fairly mild. We are watching for some colder air to arrive as we head into the day on Wednesday, but it will be a brief cool down. And like I mentioned at the very beginning, still waiting for any snow chances or really any moisture chances as we head over the course of the next week. Sky views from across the state. You can see the blanket of clouds laying across the state. I think this will be the view for most of the day today. There could be some filtered sunshine at times out there. Right now in Lincoln, mostly cloudy. 30 though at the airport, 29 here in Midtown Lincoln. Just a light northeast wind around 3 miles an hour. So overall, it's a fairly comfortable morning, but it is a cloudy morning to start our day. Temperatures on the tempest weather stations across town generally sitting in the low 30s for most locations. Again, you can see the 31 here in the 1011 studios. Low 30s down across the southern part of town. Do have a few mid to upper 20s in the northeastern corner of town, as well as again across north central parts of Lincoln as well. Temperatures across the state, again, thanks to the blanket of clouds, fairly uniform. It's generally upper 20s and low 30s across the state early this morning. Winds much lighter than they were yesterday. Again, they were on the blustery side yesterday, but generally less than 10 miles an hour across the state, and generally out of the east, east or northeast, east or southeast for most locations early this morning. You factor in the wind chills, again, aren't being knocked down too much, but again, teens, 20s to right around 30 degrees for wind chills early this morning. Satellite and radar picture looks busier than it is. Again, there is some return showing up on the radar for us in north central sections of the state. That is all evaporating before it hits the ground. There will be a chance for some snow today, perhaps along the Nebraska-South Dakota border. But again, for the most part, I think the 10-11 coverage area is going to stay dry today. There might be a few flurries out there across north central, northeastern Nebraska as we head through the morning. But again, for the most part, all that moisture not actually making it to the ground. You zoom out, look at a regional view. Again, have some ongoing snow showers there across parts of the Dakotas. They have winter weather advisories up in those areas. You zoom out, look at a national view. Still have some showers and thunderstorms, fairly isolated down across parts of the southeast. Some showers up into the New England area, also up across the Pacific Northwest as well. You look at your weather alerts. Again, there's some winter weather headlines, some winter storm warnings across parts of Wyoming into Idaho, Montana, Washington State, Oregon. Otherwise, fairly quiet for areas east of the Rockies this morning. Again, you can see those winter weather advisories across parts of South Dakota into southwestern Minnesota. Some high wind alerts for those wind-prone areas in Wyoming, and then up into Montana as well. But again, overall, pretty quiet conditions for a lot of us as we begin our Tuesday. So we check out Skycast again through the day today. A lot of cloud cover expected across the state. Cold front will be dropping through the area as we head tonight into the day on Wednesday. The cold air will follow as we head into the day on Wednesday. You'll see much cooler conditions or colder conditions. Nothing in that we haven't seen before, but it will be a bit colder tomorrow afternoon, especially for eastern and northeastern Nebraska. Tonight into Wednesday, again, dealing with some clouds, maybe some areas of patchy fog as we start our Wednesday, but by Wednesday afternoon, should be looking at sunny to mostly sunny skies across the state. Again, it will be colder, maybe a little bit of a blustery north wind, but I don't think it'll be too bad. And then into Wednesday afternoon, skies remain mostly sunny. And then Wednesday into Thursday, again, I think we continue to see plenty of sunshine, wind split back around to the south, and we should see temperatures rebound. There will be a system that just skirts the area to our north that's expected to potentially bring some heavier snow to parts of the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, but that system is going to miss us off to the north to the northeast. We will see eventually on the some more westerly and northwesterly winds as we get on the back side of that system as we head into Thursday afternoon. And again, winds are expected to be a bit breezy because of that system passing through the area. Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening could see those winds gusting maybe 25 to 35, maybe up to around 40 miles an hour at times. Long-range snowfall outlook. Again, this is the European model. This takes us through next Tuesday at 10 o'clock. And again, you can see the swath of some heavier snow impacting areas to our north, but you can see across the state, no snow expected for us over the course of the next week. That's the European model, and the American GFS model basically shows the exact same thing. So again, if you're hoping for snow, you have to continue hoping because the way it looks for the next week, that is not going to be in the cards for us over the next 7 days. So again, still waiting. So high temperatures for today. Again, cooler than what we had yesterday. Anywhere from the low to mid 30s across the far northern tier of the state to the mid to upper 40s for south central, southeastern Nebraska. I think southwestern Nebraska still has the chance to get into the lower, maybe middle 50s by this afternoon. Not bad for mid-December, but certainly a little bit cooler than what we had yesterday. Low temperatures tonight into Wednesday morning will be colder, mid-teens to low to mid-20s as we start our Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, though, will be cooler, especially for eastern and northeastern Nebraska, with high temperatures anywhere from the low 30s to the low 40s. Western and southwestern Nebraska still don't look too bad for the day on Wednesday, with temperatures still in the 40s and 50s by Wednesday afternoon. Into Thursday morning, mild to start the day, mid to upper 20s, low 30s for temperatures to start our Thursday. Thursday afternoon, again, temperatures warm back up, low 40s to low 50s from north to south across the state. We'll go 53 in Lincoln as well as Grand Island, 55 in North Platte. Friday morning, cold, a little bit more seasonal for us, single digits, and then lower to middle teens for most of the 10-11 coverage area. Friday, we return to the colder conditions, mid-20s to mid-30s for the eastern half of the state. We'll say mid-30s to low to mid-50s for the western half of the state. So we'll see quite a spread across the state for the day on Friday. Saturday morning starts the day with temperatures in the mid-teens to low to mid-20s. Saturday afternoon stays chilly. Again, upper 20s to upper 30s for eastern Nebraska, 40s and 50s in the west. And you can see the 7-day forecast for us here in Lincoln. Temperatures do rebound back above average for the second half of the weekend on Sunday. Looks like low 40s, partly cloudy, dry though. And then by early next week, upper 40s for the day on your Monday. Saturday, don't forget, is the official start of astronomical winter, our winter solstice. Again, our shortest day of the year, the day with the least amount of daylight. We will slowly, very slowly, begin to start adding daylight back onto our clocks past Saturday, again, as we march towards the summer solstice in mid to late June of next summer. 10-day forecast for select cities across the state looks like this. You can see we're a little up and down, especially over the course of the next week, but the general trend, especially as we look ahead to the week next week, the week of Christmas, is above average temperatures. Right now, Christmas Day, it looks like we could see high temperatures anywhere between 50 and 60 degrees across the state. So certainly looking like a brown Christmas rather than a white Christmas. Again, it doesn't look like it's going to be in the cards for us this year. Climatologically speaking, we get a white Christmas about one every 3 years. So again, the odds tilt in the favor of us not having a white Christmas. Again, white Christmas being 1 inch of snow on the ground on Christmas morning. It doesn't look like, again, that's going to be in the cards for, especially with this long-range forecast. You look at the precip forecast over the next 10 days, and again, chances for rain or even snow are pretty hard to come by as we head over the course of the next week. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. Again, this takes us from Christmas Eve through December 30th, and again, it's getting as red as you can get according to the Climate Prediction Center. You're looking at 80 to 90% or even greater odds of above-average temperatures, not just here across Nebraska, but across much of the northern plains and across really much of the country, middle parts of the country. So again, warmer than normal temperatures expected during that time frame, but we did see a little bit of a change, and we are now expecting wetter than average conditions during that time frame as well. But again, whether that means we see rain or whether that means we finally see snow, still yet to be determined. Again, that'll all just depend on the timing of any precipitation during that time frame. Again, if it's warmer than normal, it's falling during the daylight hours, could come as rain. But again, obviously, if it's coming during the nighttime hours, we could maybe finally see a little bit of snow mix in there as well. So again, not a lot for us to keep our eyes on in the forecast over the next several days. Just going to be watching for some up and down temperatures over the next several days. We are going to be looking at, again, cloudier conditions today, slightly cooler, but still shouldn't be too bad for us. Again, we're going to bounce around kind of all over the place over the next few days, but dry, and again, no snow in the forecast for us as we head over the course of the next several days, or really over the course of the next week. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it, let you know what you need to know. So again, make sure you keep it tuned to 1011, both on air and online, for all the latest forecast details. Until next time, hope everyone has a nice Tuesday. I hope everyone has a nice day out there.